Hi Vishwa. So
Hello, sir.
tell me something about yourself.
Sir, first of all, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to interact with you. I will start from my academics. So I have done my BTech honors in mechanical engineering from IIT Kharagpur.
Okay.
After that, I joined NTPC Limited, which is a public sector organization.
Okay.
Then I joined Indian Institute of Management and did my postgraduate diploma in management.
That you did in which year?
That I started in 2009.
So you worked from passing out of Kharagpur. You have worked
Yes.
for how many years? 2 years.
For 1 year.
One year. Okay. Then you prepared for CAT and then
yeah,
you got into.
parallelly I was preparing for CAT.
Okay.
So I cracked CAT, then I got into IIM.
Okay.
So IIM I completed in 2011.
Okay.
And I was recruited from the campus by one of the top IT companies. And I got into campus recruitment team of that company.
Okay.
So from day one, my responsibility has been to recruit people from top engineering colleges from 15 states, which are situated in eastern part of the country, northeast, central, which is Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, then Andhra Pradesh and Telangana state.
Okay.
So in my work experience, and I started with Orissa because I am from.
So you recruited people from Orissa.
Yes.
So what are the universities you have been here?
So we used to visit all the top ones like NIT Rourkela,
Okay.
then IGIT Sarang,
Okay.
then CET Bhubaneswar.
Okay. So all the top ones. Okay.
KIT University.
Okay.
So then I also visited IIM, so I have recruited from top B schools.
Okay.
And in so I have a strong work experience in human resources. But majority of the work experience I have contributed in recruitment, specifically recruitment.
Okay.
Then I have worked in, so currently I am working in another company in which I am handling the pan India recruitment from the campus. So now.
Okay.
Campus hiring.
So currently you are working?
Currently I am working, and I am working in a top American consulting company. So that is my experience. Okay. I will now talk about my, so my family is situated here. So I have my mother. My father is no more. He was chief engineer in Odisha state government.
Okay.
My brother is a doctor, and my wife is an assistant professor.
Okay. Assistant professor where?
In management in SOA University.
Okay. So you have taken up this job now recently, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you are doing the recruitment. So why do you want to go for civil service?
Okay.
So what is the cause behind that? You have a job now.
Yes.
It's a good job, I think.
Yes.
Pay package and everything is good, right?
Everything is very good.
Okay. And you have to work from home or you have to travel somewhere else, or how is that?
So that is a hybrid setup. I sometimes go to Bangalore and I work from office.
Okay.
But most of the time I work from home. So
Okay.
the company has given me, they have done a setup in home, like they have provided me a laptop.
So how do you do the recruitment? So you are not doing campus recruitment. So what kind of recruitment you are doing?
So we are doing campus recruitment, but that is on a virtual mode. Like we
Okay.
do
So you
our-
take interview through virtual modes.
Yes. Like we do presentations and we do the online test through virtual mode, and that uses the AI enabled proctoring. Then we do the interviews also in the virtual mode.
Okay. Fine. So why civil service then? What's the drive?
Okay. So sir, so that is civil service is not something that came to me all of a sudden. So since long time I had been aspiring for civil services,
Okay.
but due to the demanding nature of the job, I could never give that much of time to civil services because civil services needs a lot of preparation, and you have to actually leave everything and run after this. So in the duration of my job, I could not get time because my job involved a lot of traveling. So then finally I took a decision that I will take off and I will try this because I always wanted to do this.
Okay.
Now I have also worked in human resources, which has lot of administration, and it is a public interact. I interact with public. So here also this will be continuity. I don't think it is a shift from one career to another career.
So why try for it then? So if it is, there is no change or continuity is there, as you say, so why do you want to change anyway?
Okay. So sir, there are two reasons. I would say, so personal reason is I have interest in it, and I have, so my, some of my family members, they have worked in government, like my father was a chief engineer, I said. So there is, I believe, there is a lot of responsibility and you can directly impact the lives of the people. Okay. And also, whatever you do, it is immediately visible. But when you are working for a corporate, there is an indirect impact, or the impact is not that visible.
Okay.
Okay. So that is the reason. And in the journey of civil, sometimes you do not know what is right and wrong for you. In the journey of the civil services, when I studied a lot of subjects, history, geography of my country and the world, that created a interest towards civil services.
Okay. So, so you are doing a PhD?
Yes.
Okay. PhD it is continuing?
Sir, I have started in 2017.
Okay.
So I have submitted my final thesis. My last presentation is pending, which is in front of the external evaluator.
Okay.
So that is like in October it should be done.
Okay. And you talked about NTPC, right?
Yes.
NTPC, where were you posted? In which part of India?
Okay. Sir, I was posted in Ramagundam. It's 200 kilometers from Hyderabad.
Okay. So Telangana.
Telangana, yes. District.
So your hobbies include YouTube. YouTube in the sense?
So, sir,
You watch YouTube, you use, what is the thing that you do with YouTube?
Okay. So initially I was using YouTube for academic purpose. So I used to watch a lot of political videos about various judgments.
Okay.
But slowly I also developed an interest and I watch the daily news and all, because sometimes I miss the news in the morning.
Okay.
And
So,
I watch some of the movies also.
okay. And so you watch YouTube, right?
Yes.
Okay. And what about traveling? Do you like traveling?
Yes, I mean, in my as a recruiter, I have traveled like in 1 year, I used to travel for 6 months. So I used to eat, drink, sleep in flights and cab or a train.
So what kind of places you like to travel? Is it tourist places or is it some niche area that you want to travel?
So, sir, when we used to visit engineering colleges, so we used to visit the nearby places. But when I go for leisure travel, so one is job related travel, and one is leisure travel.
Okay.
In leisure travel, I normally travel the places which have natural beauty, monuments, and I have gone to some of the places which is outside the country.
Okay. So what are the places that you have recently visited? Any other place that you remember? It might be say 2-3 years back also.
Okay. So yes, I have visited Gwalior.
Okay.
I have visited Delhi,
Okay.
Bhopal, Jabalpur.
Okay.
These are the places.
So you have visited MP?
Yes.
Okay. You have mentioned that 50,000 job offers you have facilitated.
Yes.
What is the meaning of it? That means
Okay.
campus recruitment or how is it?
Campus hiring.
Okay.
So I have written that I have facilitated. So on those job offers, so I have signed on their profiles.
Okay.
So around 10,000 of them would be from Orissa and 40,000 from other states.
Okay.
So I have facilitated their process. Obviously, I was hiring for the company.
So it was part of your job?
It's not part of my job. Like I consider it as an achievement.
Okay. So state level debate competition you have gone for?
Yes.
Or what is it exactly you have written?
So, sir, this is actually long back during my 10th.
So like debating and all?
Debating.
Right? Okay.
Yes. So I came second in that.
Okay. And your optional is psychology, right?
Psychology and PhD.
Your first preference of service is OPS?
Yes.
Why?
Like I feel this is my personal. I mean, first of all, it is a personal choice.
Okay.
I feel as a Odisha Police Service officer, I would have a lot of challenging tasks. Now in the country, so we live in India where there is a rule of law. So if law and order is not in place, all other things, administration or health, education, everything gets disturbed. So law and order has to be ensured. And when I see policemen, like from childhood we have been conditioned, you do not go to police station. That's not a good place. Or police is not a friend. So I want to change that perception. Ki no, police is for our service and they are our friend.
Okay. But why not go for administration? That is also part of that only.
Okay.
So why OS, I think his preference is second and OPSC is the first preference.
Yes.
So what is the personal reason?
Personal reason is yes, yeah. I didn't talk about the personal reason. Good that you asked. Personal reason is a OPS officer has to keep himself or herself fit.
Okay.
Okay. So as a part of the job, I will get an opportunity to keep myself fit.
Okay.
Second is discipline. So in the OPS training, they maintain a very strict discipline, which I like, and I believe whether you are an OPS officer or whatever job you are doing, you should be very disciplined in your life, and that will ultimately lead to success.
Okay. So it was a deliberate choice, OPS, or is it just because the posting, after posting, you directly get into divisional level? So is it that, or this is the reason?
Okay, so are you asking the promotional aspects?
Yeah, no, not promotional aspects. If you get into OPS, the initial posting will be directly subdivision level. Okay. So that is one benefit. That's why many people go for OPS.
Okay.
So is that the cause behind it?
That is one of the causes. So career growth is also one of the causes.
Yes. So that's what I wanted to ask. Yes. Okay. So your optional is psychology and PSIR.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what do you think? The World War III is going to happen or not?
We are at the brink of war.
Okay.
So it might happen for multiple causes.
Okay.
Right now it is because of the various transnational actors like NATO, right? And there is a bloc, SCO. So there is a Russian bloc, there is an American bloc. But there are other reasons like water, because in Middle East, because of the water crisis and distribution, countries are in conflict. And there is also another reason is data. So there is a lot of data privacy issues countries are facing. In fact, in India,
No. I asked you about World War III. So what is your opinion? Is it going to happen, or will there be a World War III or not? What is your opinion as a political science and higher student?
I believe there would be World War III. I mean, as a political, so I will give you a practical answer rather than theoretical answer. So World War III will happen, but nuclear weapons might not be used for this.
Okay.
Okay, and that World War III will be happening to create a balance, because war and peace, they go hand in hand.
Okay, so you say that war is inevitable.
War in regular intervals is inevitable, because war is necessary for balance of power.
So you are saying war is necessary?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I am not saying it is necessary. It is.
Okay.
I am saying it is necessary evil. I mean, it is sometimes needed for balance of power. Because when I see the rise of China,
okay,
and by 2028, we are expecting that the Chinese GDP is going to cross the United States. Now, and there are a lot of conflicts in Asia in which US is also interfering. Now, a war may happen to create that balance.
Okay. So how do you avoid war? Can the world can do something that there is no world war, no more world war? There might not be nuclear world war, but still wars are going to happen. So now we have been talking about multipolarity. Now the world is bipolarity.
Right.
So, and where does you see India in, say, specifically in Russia and Ukraine issue?
Okay.
So what is your thinking as far as India is concerned?
Sir, here I will give a very. I will not give a diplomatic answer. I
Okay.
feel, if I, as a civil servant, I think India's stand is very justified, very much justified.
How?
Because India is not taking sides. So
Okay.
the sanctions by UNSC against Russia. So India didn't vote against Russia.
Okay.
It abstained from voting. Now India has so we are working for national interest.
Okay.
Now,
So my question to you is, say India has been known for, it's like we promote the idea of humanism, right?
Yes.
Promote the idea of one world. So at the same time, we are not standing against Russia because Russia started the war. We know it. So do you think that kind of casts a shadow on India's image because we didn't stand up with Ukraine? What is your point of view on that? Suppose you are a diplomat, and how do you justify that?
Okay. So, sir, we actually, it is not about Ukraine only.
Okay.
Because
No, I am talking about Ukraine. Okay. So
Yes.
how do you justify the India stand that India didn't support Ukraine per se or still standing with Russia?
Mhm.
So how do you justify that? Is there any answer for that?
We didn't stand with the Ukraine because standing with Ukraine also means that we are not standing with Russia.
Okay.
So that is the implication. Now, in 1971, when there was a threat from Pakistan and US was supporting Pakistan.
So
with
Russia, you are saying that Russia is a trusted ally.
trusted ally,
Okay.
and we have lot of economic dependence on them also. Like we are getting a cheap gas
But-
during that war.
But economic dependency with Russia is very less. If you look at USA, if you look at economy, India should have joined USA camp than Russian camp. So that might hurt India's interest also, India's economic interest.
Okay.
So how do in a world which is divided in such a way, how does as a diplomat you will navigate the waters, or how do you justify India's stand at least?
Okay.
Whether whatever India did is right or wrong? That's my question to you.
Yes, sir. So, as per me, whatever India has done is right. Now, during the before in the 20th century, lot of people have also blamed India because we didn't take we were part of NAM,
Okay.
non-aligned movement.
Okay.
But that has given fruit us now because after 1990 we also became sweethearts of US. Like we were very good friends with US.
Okay.
Now we have multiple reasons, and some reasons are fitting with Russia, and some interests or some reasons are fitting with US.
Okay.
So that is the reason. It's okay because we are not part of the war. We didn't start war.
Okay.
Okay. So it is not right to take side in a war if there are two sides fighting.
Okay. So what about China-Taiwan? Why China is trying to get into Taiwan? So what is going to happen? Is China is going to take over Taiwan, or what is the assessment?
Sir, they are creating right now. They are creating pressure.
Okay.
They are creating a situation to make US refrain from so Nancy Pelosi visited there.
Yes.
So they gave a lot of warnings. They did some drills. So I think the war there would not be any necessity for war.
Okay.
Because anyways Taiwan is a very weak if we see the military strength.
Okay.
I believe US should not interfere much. Like Taiwan is a sovereign country, if at all it is a sovereign country.
It is not.
It is not. So
Yes.
UN does not recognize Taiwan.
Yes.
Okay. But we have to see what is our interest with Taiwan.
India's interest.
Yes. So
Okay.
so Taiwan is supplying a lot of electronic chips to the world. Okay. So
How much
there
of
is
it? Any idea?
Around 60% of it.
Yeah, more than 60%.
More than 60% of it. So there is a dependency, but we believe with Atmanirbhar Bharat we also have potential, and we have started making our electronic chips. And Taiwan is not the only country. There is Singapore, there is Malaysia, there is Indonesia.
Okay.
So we have to again balance